So this is Julie Grace, co-chair. First, I want to confirm that everyone can hear. Lisa,
Yes, aye.
Doug,
Aye.
Beth,
Aye.
John,
I'm in the
And-
car. I don't know if I can see.
Oh, hey, there you are. We can see you. I always hate working off the phone for this. And Julie, aye. All right, I'll just double check with Ron.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Mark, you're good?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. All right, so good evening. This is the open meeting of the Library Planning and Building Committee. It's being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID virus. In order to mitigate the transmission, we've been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings. All right, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in publicly accessible physical locations. Further, all members of the public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order, which you can find posted on the town's website, www.grafton-ma.gov, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as the reasonable public access is afforded. And this was posted in our agenda. All right, I think we can call it to order. 6:04. First thing we have are meeting minutes.
Are we, I'll make a motion, but do we have a quorum to be able to vote? There's
Five
1, 2,
of
3, 4,
us.
5.
5 is a quorum, I believe, with
Perfect.
us.
So I
Yeah.
make a motion that we approve the February 6th, 2023 minutes.
Second.
All right. Beth, What?
If there's no discussion, I'm happy
oh
to.
yeah, sorry. Is there any discussion?
No.
All right, Beth, that was an aye.
Aye.
Okay, Doug,
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Lisa,
Aye.
and Julie is an aye. So I declare that passed. And we have some bills to approve.
We have I make a motion that we approve Collier's bill in the amount of $2,972.50.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Doug?
I'd like to know
Okay.
what it's for, just for the minutes, now that we can discuss it.
Oversight for HVAC commissioning, I believe. Ron or Mark can correct me if I'm incorrect.
Correct. So this was the tail end of all that additional work that was done by veterans, and Collier still has a little to wrap up because we're waiting for the hiccups in the control system to be finalized, and then Collier's will finalize their commissioning report, upload it for lead, and then they'll be done. But this was a bill from a couple months ago that for whatever reason didn't get processed.
And it looks like this completes their fee, because it looks like it'll go to 100% then.
Yes, but there was a change order that this committee approved a couple months back, and I think that's still open. So this is basically their base contract, and then they had a change order for the additional. They basically had to commission things twice, and so I think this gets them current through their base contract.
Okay. Any further comments? All right, Beth,
Aye.
Doug,
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Lisa,
Aye.
and Julie is aye. So that carried. Is there any other, I don't remember what we have for bills tonight.
I didn't see another bill.
Okay. All right, Mark, do you want to give any updates? Are we still waiting on a change order to come through?
We are, and that's we just met at 4 o'clock, our weekly Zoom call with everybody, and I think William said next Tuesday night is the select board, so the 7th, it's on the docket to be approved then. So this committee approved that change order and it'll be processed in a week.
Okay. All right. And then Ron, do you have any updates?
Sure, I can give you an update. The gate is nearly complete. They replaced the panels, the three-form polymer panels with the correct three-form panel. They installed the incorrect one originally.
Mhm.
So that's resolved. They've installed all of the locking mechanisms, the crash bar. They installed the core so it can now be locked. The only thing they have not installed yet is the wheel. They were supposed to have installed it when they replaced the panels last week or the week before. But for some reason they didn't do it. So the contractor is following up with the subcontractor mill worker to get it done. So
Okay.
once the wheel is done, the door itself is complete. They have some touch-up painting to do on the wall behind the door. And that will be done as well. They are trying to get it scheduled for this week, weather pending and whatever else, but they expect it to be done this week. I had also suggested that we add a wall bumper because the core, the lock set core where you put the key in, the ring extends beyond the front of the door frame, which is the way it's designed.
Mhm.
But if they open the door too forcefully and put it into the closed position, it leaves an indent in the drywall. So for $2 or $3, we can get a stick-on bumper that will prevent the ring from damaging the wall. That's minor. So the gate is nearly complete. The ADA millwork is nearly complete. They were supposed to finish Friday, but they ran into a delay. They are scheduled to be there tomorrow and Wednesday. Weather pending. To finish up, they have some backsplashes to put in. They are putting some cork tack boards above some of the works surfaces in lieu of a backsplash, so that the staff can pin things to the wall above the table. They have a few support legs to put in, and they had a new countertop, a new solid surface countertop fabricated for the teen program room. And they have some other touch-up paint, some tile work to do, but they expect to be, if they can get there tomorrow, they expect to be finished Wednesday. I would assume that if they can't get there tomorrow, it would be no later than the end of the week. So that should be complete within the next few days.
Good.
We did run into a delay getting the correct color for the plastic laminate for some of the surfaces. And the solid surface had been discontinued, so we had to find a replacement. So that was part of the delay in getting this done sooner. But that should be wrapped up. And then the other item is the doors for the 2 program rooms, the storefront doors for the teen and main program room. Those are still a few weeks out in shipment. We should be getting those, in about 3 weeks, maybe?
Yeah, they said toward the end of March.
Okay, so it's a little bit more than 3 weeks. But that's on schedule. And once we have that and gets installed, we're down to the wire and getting this project closed out.
The biggest open item outside of those, the controls.
Yeah.
They're having issues with, they keep having issues with setting things up. They're able to change all the set points, but they don't hold, and they don't hold in any regular pattern. What a room that is fine today is not good tomorrow, and they'll fix it, and then a different room is bad. So they're flying in a rep from, I think from Utah, who's supposed to come tomorrow, again, weather permitting, supposed to land early morning in Boston and then drive over to the library. And if he gets in, he's coming, even if the library is closed because of weather. CTA has been talking with William and DPW, they'll get him into the building if he's on site, so that we can figure out what's happening with the controls and why the set points won't hold across the board. But that's been a frustrating, as you can imagine, for Beth, it's been a frustrating issue. They did this whole remapping thing that took a long time, and they thought they had it, but obviously they don't. So now the people locally couldn't figure it out, so now they're flying in a tech rep.
Let's keep our fingers crossed for that one.
Right.
Okay. Any other? Yes, Lisa.
At what point do we panic over the controls? If somebody local isn't even available to get it to work, what happens when they break?
It's not, they think it's a software issue, and that's over the head of the mechanical installation of it. Once they can figure out the software, they think there are some commands that are overriding other commands. It might be this remapping thing, which is involved, might have been so involved that the computer is getting confused. So now a tech rep's going to come in, clean things up, figure out what the issue is, and then once it's running, there shouldn't be an issue with maintaining it moving forward. It's just right now it seems like the computer's confused and it can't hold the instructions it's given.
And so if the computer, how long do we have a warranty on this? If the computer gets confused again?
There's a 1 year material and labor after installation, and then the equipment itself, I'd have to check with some of the equipment usually has a longer warranty item, like say 5 years or something like that for the actual equipment. And this is, we don't think it's an equipment issue. We think it's a programming issue, but we'll find out once the rep gets there. He'll tell us, hopefully he can pinpoint what the issue is, and then we can fix it.
I'm just super nervous that we're going to be in a situation a year from now having to replace this because we can't even get it to work to begin with. That's
Right.
all. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I feel like it's brand new. It should work right out of the gate. This is
Right.
not a good sign for longevity.
Right. No, it's your concerns are warranted.
Yes, Doug.
Looks, okay, I'll go first since you called me. And Mark, we still are holding back funds for this, right? There's still that retainer.
There's still like 70,000-ish that's being held, where CTA had hoped to bill for it in January, then assumed it would be resolved in February, and now here we are going into March. So,
yep.
So yes, there's still far more money being withheld than the value of the work that is left to be done.
Was someone else raising their hand
John's
and I
got his
missed
hand
it?
up.
Oh, John, I'm sorry. Your mic is, you're muted, John.
I'm in the parking lot at the grocery store, sorry.
Okay. That's
I'm more than normal. I'm just, have a question for Ron regarding the sign. Have you heard any more from Christie regarding the design or the requirements or or from anybody else about what needs to go on on the sign for the front of the library?
You're muted, Ron.
I just saw the warning sign come up on my computer. Yes, I have gotten more information from Christy. And I am working on getting the graphic. She was happy with the sign frame, the overall design of the sign. Both options. So she felt that the height and size were appropriate. She made some suggestions for adding some graphics to the map. That's going to go on the sign, directing people to the east entrance. So I'm working on getting those graphics. Basically, they're handicap accessibility icons. You know, a bicycle, a baby, a stroller, whatever. What they want to have come across is that the path is usable from the west entrance to the east entrance, whether you're in a wheelchair, pushing a stroller, riding a bicycle, whatever. So she just wanted those icons onto the graphic, and not being a graphic designer, I'm working through that to get it taken care of. But once I have that done, it's really a question of which design you would like to use for the sign itself. And then
Just-
that.
So you'll send that to me, and then I'll present it to the Historic District Commission.
What I'll do is I'll send, yes, but I want to send it to Christy first with the
Right.
final version, have her sign off on it. And then I'll copy you at the same time. That way you have it. And if she signs off on it, then you can go ahead and present it to the HDC.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
John, do you have anything else from the Historic District Commission?
That was it.
Okay,
Just that one piece.
all right. Is there anything else we need to discuss tonight? Yeah, Doug?
The green roof removal, that's scheduled for March, if I remember from the last meeting, so there's probably no update on that.
They're actually, they were supposed to come, I think Thursday, William said, but it's supposed to rain Thursday, so it looks like it's going to get bumped to next week, but within the next 10 days, sounds like it'll be all done.
Great.
Very good. Anything else? We have a quick one. All right. Yes, Doug.
Sorry, it might save an email. Do we know anything about when they take all those containers off? Are we keeping them, I presume, since we paid for them?
So this is Beth. I requested that we keep them and would store them. They just said in a sunny location. Outside should be fine. We do have stepped garden beds. They're not very high, but they're off the teen patio. And we could put them there, and then once the weather is warm, install them instead of the mulch as ground cover. I was eager to keep them since they've been paid for as well.
Yeah,
So that
okay.
is the tentative plan.
Great.
Very good. All right. Do I hear a motion to adjourn, or is there anything else?
I make a motion at 6:21 to adjourn.
Second,
All right. Andy?
Aye.
Lisa?
Aye.
John?
I
Beth?
I
Doug?
aye.
And Julius, I. All right. That's it. Oh, our next meeting, we've already have it scheduled, right? It'll be no,
April 3rd,
April 3rd. Okay.
on site at the library, the notes say.
Oh, right. That'll be nice. Great. Okay. All
Thanks,
right.
everyone.
That's it. Oh,
Before we adjourn
yes.
real quick, because I thought about that after. Are we gonna have GCTV capabilities at the library? Will there be owls there? How are we gonna record? Or would it be a better idea to try and move it to one of the conference rooms at the municipal center.
The last time we had one in the library, pre-COVID, they had the owls set up. And so I would imagine you can do the same thing this time.
We can either do it hybrid or ask GCTV to come and set up. I'm happy to do it, either one. I can also check and see what meeting space is available before I commit either way, because it could be that we already have a meeting booked in our meeting room that date. So.
All right.
I'll check and get back to you.
All right. So we're adjourned.